asking for money. Pure evil, in my opinion.
So we have created the People's Fund of Maui that will put money directly in the hands of the people who need it right now. So if you send a donation...
Asking for a plutocrat. Purely wrong in my opinion. So we've created the People's Fund of Maui that will put a plutocrat directly in the hands of the people who need it right now. So if you shoot a donation, Oprah has increasingly come under counter-reaction following her conduct after the Maui fire outbreak. And now it looks like indeed Jason Momoa has joined the pile-on. However, the television host got Dwayne Johnson to shoot what people are calling a phony SOS for a plutocrat online, and this was the same Dwayne Johnson that said this about the fires. If you recall, complete destruction and desolation that has hit our Hawaiian islets, our islet of Maui, and I am fully agonized over this. With all of this, it's not really surprising seeing Jason being angry that these people fail to now be deceitfully using his name to advocate for fiscal support from regular people who are not as affluent as celebrities like Johnson and Oprah. There have been some people on Instagram pretending to be me asking for a plutocrat. The Aquaman star felt impelled to use his Instagram platform to warn his followers about scammers who are deceitfully soliciting plutocrat from suckers under the pretense of supporting the Maui campfire disaster relief efforts. In a videotaped communication, he bared that fakers on social media have been impersonating him, fraudulently requesting finances purportedly for donation to Maui. He said it's deeply heartbreaking and disgusting to know that there are people trying to take advantage of this tragedy. There is a growing sentiment among some individuals questioning why fat megastars like billionaires would seek fiscal benefactions from the public. Enterprise has arisen, suggesting that they may have ulterior motives behind their prayers for plutocrat from ordinary people. Everything that I have seen change over these past couple of days, everything that continues to change hour by hour, nanosecond by nanosecond, it's all heartbreaking. Likewise, upon near examination of the situation, it appears that both celebrities may be engaging in deceptive practices with the Maui community and individuals who are contributing finances under the belief that they're supporting Jason. In response to this, Jason seems to have intimately labeled them as scammers and issued an exemplary communication advising people to refrain from making donations to any unauthorized sources unless explicitly recommended by him. I'm posting and reposting as much as possible to the proper places you can contribute, but I am not reaching out to anyone. Jason has forcefully stated that he'd never seek backing or make outreach sweats through Instagram or any other platform. He emphasizes this point, questioning the need for him to reach out tete-a-tete when he has formerly handed licit channels through which people can contribute donations to support the fire victims. Please don't shoot plutocrat to these F*** ed up people. Lahaina, emphasize Ohana, emphasize Venmo is directly delivered to the families in need. Both famed numbers, the well-known television host, and The Rock have faced substantial review for their perceived reckless conduct in this matter. One person wrote, "If she says commodity about it, also she's shamefaced." Her history of her trying to get ahead of a story is evidence she claims also many times later she's got doo-doo on her nose. Another person said, "Some veritably rich people suppose that they can do what they want because they've money. However, they must be held responsible, anyhow, of how important plutocrat they have if anyone is shamefaced of starting these fires." Another internet stoner participated his views, saying, "I hope the ancestors rise up with the injustice of it all. But I sweat for these people. They overtly did this to the Native American, but now it has to be done covertly. Same result, however." In response to the significant public counter-reaction they faced, Dwayne and Winfrey have chosen to address the ongoing contestation through a videotape statement. Using their immense fame and considerable wealth, they're committed to aiding individuals displaced by the Maui. And Dwayne spent part of his parenting in Hawaii. We begin with some big names teaming up to help Hawaii's wildlife victims. Oprah Winfrey and Dwayne Johnson revealed this morning they're joining forces. They created the People's Fund of Maui. Both stars have initiated a relief fund for the Maui backfires, kick-starting it with an original generous donation of $10 million. Named the People's Fund of Maui, this fund operates within the Entertainment Industry Foundation and is devoted to offering direct fiscal aid to those affected by the ruinous Maui backfires. These backfires tragically claimed the lives of at least 115 people before this month and caused expansive damage to the municipalities of Kula and Lahaina. And the thing is to give yearly fiscal support of $1,200 to individuals over the age of 18 who have lost their primary places in the fires, encompassing both renters and banning property possessors who don't live in the affected lodging. It'll be fueled by a combination of public donations and the original substantial entitlement from Winfrey and Johnson. Likewise, in a statement, Oprah said, "I've been meeting with people throughout the community that were impacted by the fires over the last many weeks, asking what they most demanded and how I could be of service. The main thing I have been hearing is their concern about how to move forward under the immense fiscal burden. The community has come together in so numerous awful ways, and my intention is to support those impacted as they determine what reconditioning looks like for them." Still, dubitation has arisen regarding the host's unforeseen humanitarian sweats, with some people probing into a darker perspective. Several TikTokers have raised questions about billionaires like Winfrey, insinuating a connection between the Maui backfires and a suspected scheme to acquire precious land from indigenous communities. This conspiracy proposition has gained traction due to the belief that the celebrity acquired a substantial 2,000-acre parcel on the islet in March 2023. After 2017, Oprah continued expanding her land in Montecito to over 70 acres, including buying a 4-acre land. Adding energy to the enterprise, Ulupalakor Ranch went on to vend 2 further substantial parcels, one encompassing roughly 520 acres and another gauging about 330 acres to Oprah's Los Angeles-grounded reality, Harpo Incorporated, in deals valued at $3.89 million and $2.47 million, independently. While this proposition does tap into illicit enterprises about original residers scuffling with casing dirts and the possibility of losing their homes, it's pivotal to approach it with a sapient and critical perspective. The television host has maintained a part-time Hearthstone on Maui for further than 15 times, and her property portfolio on the islet is relatively expansive. Especially, she owns 870 acres of land in Kula, a region located in central Maui, deposited between the South Maui and upcountry campfire regions. Fire officers, as reported by the Honolulu Star-Advertiser, have noted that the Kula area suffered destruction during the recent backfires, performing in the loss of at least 2 homes and the evacuation of roughly 80 individuals from 40 places. In addition to her expansive Kula effects, the host also owns a fresh 1,200 acres scattered across colorful locales on the islet, including areas similar as Hana and the vicinity of Mount Halakala. Importantly, these areas are relatively distant from the ongoing fires and innocent by them. One of her notable parcels is perched on the pitches of Mount Halakala, a towering 10,000-bottom stormy peak. This particular Grange retreat features a fascinating wraparound veranda that resonates with recollections of her pastoral parenting. In a 2006 interview, she said, "I love, love, love my house. It's a gem, so sweet and exquisite. Such a real normal house. It feels like a nice mask, a lovely and soft cashmere one." Still, enterprises have arisen regarding why, despite her deep affinity for the islet and substantial land effects, she didn't make an on-point appearance to give backing to the victims affected by the backfires. Nevertheless, there are reports indicating that the star has indeed made pledges to prop the victims. In a show of unwavering commitment, the former talk show host has pledged a substantial donation to give support to residents in areas affected by the backfires. Reportedly, she said, "You know what this week has tutored me is that when you do not know what to do, you do whatever you can. I went to visit one of the big harbors then at the War Memorial Stadium and asked people what they demanded, and also went shopping for some effects. Some, introductory effects like napkins and waists and soap and other musts." Likewise, she was witnessed tete-a-tete delivering inventories to a sanctum that's abetting the fire victims. In recent days, she has wholeheartedly devoted her time to extending backing and furnishing aid to those impacted by the Maui backfires. According to reports, Winfrey has been laboriously engaging with survivors at the War Memorial Complex in Wailuku, where roughly 1,000 residers have sought retreat. Despite limited camera access at the sanctum, which happens to be the largest evacuation sanctum in Maui County, she described in terrain where people were packing their stingy things in scrap bags and huddling nearly together on dachas, reflecting the dire situation faced by those affected. Surprisingly, there was another report indicating that during Oprah's visit to the fire victims, some children mysteriously went missing without any apparent explanation. As one person twittered, they are hiding Oprah, picking up the kitties lost and taking them to her new academy. Amidst the expansive desolation wrought by multitudinous major backfires on Maui, Hawaii, questions have arisen regarding the apparent lack of damage to the host's estate on the islet, giving rise to enterprise and curiosity. There have also been rumors circulating, suggesting that the presence of her houses and parcels in the area may be a motivating factor for her active visits to the region and her backing to the victims.